Hello, hello. My name is Keeana Saxon, and I am the CEO and founder of Kidogo Productions. And I am here with Shannon Jenkins, and she has this wonderful YouTube channel called
Black Children's Books Read Aloud.
There we go, exactly. So I came across this channel on YouTube as I curate content for Kidogo.tv, and I wanted to get a chance to get to know her a little bit better. And I want you guys to get to know her a little better as well. Shannon Jenkins, thank you so much. Welcome. And I would love you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes. So I'm Shannon Jenkins. I am a mom of 3 and wife of 1 to one husband. I'm located in Bowie, Maryland. And I created Black Children's Books Read Aloud initially because my daughters and I, we actually review children's books. And so after about a year of just reviewing some amazing books by some amazing authors, I thought it would be really cool to have a platform where we could give them more exposure. These books are not like the mainstream books that you typically come across. And what I found is that typically when I was searching for books, the same books will always populate. So I thought, why not create a platform where books that are just as equally as amazing could be exposed, can get more exposure. And so that was the creation of Black Children's Books Read Aloud.
Oh, that's awesome. And so how did you come about with reviewing books? What was the impetus behind that?
It was really funny. We were on Instagram. We have an Instagram called I Have 3 Daughters. And I bought a book from one of the other moms that we follow. Her daughter, who was 4, wrote a book. And so she sent us the book and she was like, I'm looking forward to your review. And we were like, review? She wants us to review the book. And so that was like the start of us reviewing books. She was looking for a review. We did the review. And then we were like, we could probably just keep doing this. And so we did. We did it for a year. Authors would reach out and ask us to review the book. And my daughters and I would review the book. Obviously, at the time, they were 5, 4, and 2. So it was age appropriate books, and they enjoyed them, and I enjoyed doing them.
Oh, that's amazing. So I'm going to have to look up your book reviews. My daughter is 6 now. We started during the pandemic, we started reading books on video. And, I'm an attorney, so I understand the copyright issues of like,
right.
Reading books without permission. And so I did not upload them to YouTube. I only posted them on Facebook and hoped that no one would like say anything.
Yeah.
But I really did enjoy that time. And because of how much reading that we did, this was during the height of like everyone literal lockdown.
Right.
She started reading. Like her reading is so good now.
Absolutely.
Because of how much reading that we did. And so I know that the reason why you even started or were interested in reviewing books is because you want your children to love books and to be literate.
Yeah, it's really, really big with our family. We started we call it a little campaign called Wake Up and Read. And so literally after they get dressed, that's the first thing that we do. My 7-year-old, she turned 7 on the 22nd of January. She reads chapter books. And so now we created like a little podium, and we have birds. And so she reads to the birds so she can practice public speaking. So that's kind of where we are now with her. My 3-year-old is almost getting ready to start reading. She almost has all of her sounds, but reading is huge in our family because that's where all the information is. That's where the knowledge is. Like the more you know, the more you grow. And so it's really major in our family.
Yeah, that completely resonates with me. That is awesome. So going back to the Black Children's Read Aloud. You have to say it. You have to say it for me. I'm so sorry.
Just say Black Children's Books Read Aloud. So it's literally, I honestly, when I came up with the name, because it could have been story time with Shannon or anything like that, I wanted it to be so clear and so searchable that it wasn't, if someone went in and typed Black children's book, we would populate, and so they can see, Black children's books. So that was like the process and the name.
Completely logical, and I'm just trying to make it complicated for no reason. you started the Black Children's Book Read Aloud YouTube channel when?
February 4th last year. So I'm exactly like almost a year and a couple days old for the channel. So super excited, to celebrate the 1 year anniversary, and I hit my goal. I wanted to just grow the channel as much as I could within a year's time frame, and I did that. And I do want to note, you mentioned that you didn't want to have any copyright issues in terms of uploading the books. So for my channel, I don't just pick a book and read it. All of the books that are uploaded, I've done with the author's permission. Yeah.
Exactly. I read that on your channel, and I was pleased to do that. I don't want to choose channels that that don't have that express note on your description. So I was really, really happy to see that. So happy anniversary. That is awesome. What is your rate? Like, how many times a week or a month do you upload a video?
So I only upload presently once a week, and that's just really due to having 3 small children and still working and still have a husband, and it's just managing life. Right now I can only manage 1 upload a week, and that is really a lot to do with how I do my books. A lot goes into producing a book, and so to do more than 1 book, it would be kind of overwhelming for me.
Absolutely. So did you have to learn the production process, or is it something that you already know because of other interests?
No, I taught myself everything. I taught myself how to edit, how to not come up with, but search for different sound effects, because I use sound effects in my books. I wanted to create a channel that not just read the books, but intertwine music and sound effects to kind of really bring the book to life for kids. I mean, kids' attention span is already kind of short, so I wanted to create some other entity that would keep their attention. And so that all takes time. The editing process alone can take hours, and then adding sound effects, if it's something that I don't already have, I have to go find it and then include it. It can take quite a bit of time.
That is, yeah, I really do respect you on that. As I have a team who we're putting together a live show for the Black Children's Book Week, and the editing process, yes, it is. Yeah. It's very, very daunting, and so kudos to you, because it's well done. So we'll get a chance to look at a snippet of your work a little later on. How involved are your children with the process?
They're not involved with the editing process or the creating process, but all of the books that are on my channel, we have read together, and then they watch them. They want to watch mommy's book when it comes out. So that's pretty much their involvement. But in terms of like editing, we're not there yet. Although my 7-year-old, she is an amazing editor. She does her own videos. She likes drawing, so she does art videos, and she talks to the camera, and she edits her own videos and everything. She's really amazing at it.
That is amazing. Well, you've certainly sparked the imagination of your kids, which is exactly what our job is to
absolutely
give them all the tools. Mm-hmm. So what is your vision? Where would you like the channel to go? What would you like to do?
You know, I started thinking about that in terms of where do I see this channel going? And honestly, I'm not totally sure. I know I want to continue to grow in terms of subscribers, because the more subscribers, the more exposures I can get to the authors. And that's the point of the channel, is to get exposure to the authors. Their link in terms of purchasing their book is in the description, so people can buy their book. And that's really the mission of the channel, is to expose more people to, I wouldn't say unknown authors, but just not mainstream authors. Mm-hmm. And so the vision right now is just to continue to grow. I am kind of on a really fast, I think with Black History Month going on right now, my channel is just really exploding. Mm-hmm. I mean, tremendously. I'm getting a lot more exposure, which is what I have been hoping for. And I'm hoping that the authors are feeling some of that growth.
That's wonderful. That's really wonderful. And so when you, I mean, I think part of the growth that you experience, it doesn't happen overnight. You said that you were posting once a week and for a year, and that's consistent work. And that's exactly what YouTube really appreciates and it rewards. How do you find your authors? Are you searching for them, or are they coming to you?
It's a little bit of both. Some people reach out to me. Initially, when I first had the brainchild for the idea, I posted, it's a Facebook group that's for Black authors. And I posted that, I had this idea for a channel, and people flooded me with, I want my book. And I had not posted a single video. I just had an idea of what I wanted to do. And I pretty much had the whole year's worth of books already done from that one post. And so my first year, it was completely done. This year, I've had to do a little bit of reach outs, but once they see the channel, then they're all in. I really haven't had anyone that said, no, that's okay. This is how it can help you. I'm just trying to help you. I'm getting exposure for you. And people have been really receptive to it, but people reach out to me all the time. And depending on the book, because my channel is geared towards ages 2 to 8. And so if it's a more mature book, then obviously if it's a chapter book, that's not something that I read on my platform. But I may offer, depending on the subject matter, to purchase their book for my daughter, because she's reading chapter books. If you asked me a year ago, what would it look like today? I don't know. I was just taking one step at a time. And then as I take a step, then something becomes a little bit more focused.
Exactly. That's what I mean. There are some people in the community who call that a faith walk. And so I will definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to be able to show a little bit of a clip of your work. So now we know that this is all you and your editing process. I think we're going to appreciate it even more.
Yes. And a fun fact about this video is that I was originally on camera, and then I was not on camera just because of time. It was just a little easier for me to just record my audio. And then this year I said, I'm going to go back on camera. I think people want to connect with a person and not just a voice. And so I did. So this video right here is the first time that I've been back on camera in months, like probably about 7 or 8 months.
I commend, and I'm glad that you listened to your intuition about that. Yes, seeing who the reader is phenomenal. We can't watch the whole thing, but we'll watch a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Black Children's Books Read Aloud.
Hi friends, I am Mrs. 3D. I'm so glad you can join me. Today, we have the pleasure of reading Oh, the Things I Can Be When I See Me, written by Valerie J. Coleman. Let's join Samara and Lyric as they learn about some amazing women who have done things that they hope to do one day. Make sure you grab your copy if you have it. Get ready to read with me in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, the Things I Can Be When I See Me, written by Valerie J. Lewis Coleman. Samara and Lyric are cousins. They love to visit their grandmother, Mimi. I'm so glad you are here, Mimi said while hugging her grandbabies. What do you want to do first? Paint! Samara jumped 3 times. Mimi laughed. Okay, Samara, let's paint. She took Lyric by the hand. Samara said, Mimi, I love creativity because I can make what I see in my mind. That's visual art. You can tell a story using photos like Lorna Simpson, sculptures like Simone Lee, or quilts like Faith Ringgold. Artists like Zora Neale Hurston, Maya Angelou, and Vanessa Miller Pierce wrote books, plays, and movie scripts. Lyric said, my favorite colors are orange, blue, and green. She looked up from her artwork. Do you like it, Mimi? Yes, such beautiful masterpieces. Let's get you cleaned up while your paintings dry. Since you two love to perform, you can be artists who dance, sing, or play instruments. Catherine Dunham, formed one of the first Negro ballet companies in America. She toured the world and danced in several movies. Samara said, "Did you dance with her?" Mimi laughed. "No, baby. She opened the school in 1930, long before Mimi was born." She rubbed Samara's back. "You saw Disney's The Nutcracker and The Four Realms, right?" Samara nodded. The ballerina Misty Copeland is the first Black female principal dancer for the American Ballet Theater. Lyric said, "Mimi, look at me. I'm a ballerina." "Do it, baby." Lyric stumbled. Mimi helped her balance. "Let's sing for a while." This art form has many great examples. Nina Simone sang Black classical music. Leontine Price sang opera, and Minnie Riperton. "Mimi, I haven't heard their songs." "Probably not, Samara." "What about Mariah Carey, Jennifer Hudson, or Tanya Baker?" "Yes, I would do it all like Zendaya. She dances, sings, and acts." They sang, "Oh, the things I can be when I see me." Lyric picked up her toy guitar and put on her fancy glasses. Mimi said, "Lyric, a musician is another type of performing artist. Sister Rosetta Tharpe made her career as a gospel guitarist. She played with Cab Calloway at Harlem's Cotton Club." Samara plinked her piano and sang Lost Boy. Mimi laughed. "So you want to sing and play like Ruth B?" "Yes, ma'am. I love it. With enough practice, you can do 2 piano performances like Hazel Scott and Alicia Keys." She looked at the clock. "It's time to meet your cousin at the park. Let's get out of those tutus."
Wow. So what I like about just the book itself is you've chosen one that's really content rich, and just in those couple of pages, the author is just dropping all kinds of names and knowledge.
Yes.
So that's really content rich. I mean, I think a lot of what I've noticed about some children's content is that it's like they're underestimating the children's capacity to really take in a lot of information, and they're kind of like dumbing it down. And so it's really good to see that there is content where we are the center, that is accurate and wholesome and all the things. I mean, this is the purpose.
Yes. Yeah. And specifically for this book, I chose this book. So when I received all the different books, I kind of move them around. So if I have a book that's a 10-minute read, then the next book may be a 2-minute read. So it's not heavy with 10, 10, 10, 2, 2, 2. I kind of structure it so that it fluctuates. In addition, if it's a female character lead or a male character lead, I kind of move those around. So it gives some fluctuation as well. So I specifically actually chose this book to start off in terms of my week for Black History Month. So I wanted a book that was just rich in content, as you stated, to jump off Black History Month. And this book absolutely delivered on that. My kids learned about people. I learned about people that I had never heard of before. So I had to go look them up, and like the sounds that you hear when I'm referring to the people are the people's actual sounds. And so in doing that, I'm researching about the people and learning about the people and learning about their life. So it's not even just the kids, but the parents also learn from the books that are just really rich in content.
And that's exactly what books should do, is they should be launching pads so that it sparks the parent to say, all right, well, were you curious about anything in the book? And let's go delve and dig in deep. And that's, I feel like the same thing that it should be for videos. Videos should be content rich. They should not just be allowing the child just to sit there and drone on and get those, like winding circles in their eyes just because they're looking at something that is babysitting them. And so I really appreciate that. Why do you think that, it's kind of like an obvious question, but why is representation so important?
I think representation is so important because it allows the child to see themselves and where they could be. I mean, if you don't have that, you kind of almost stuck in a bit. Mm-hmm. And it's so important that they can see where they can be and where they can go and how they can grow into that person. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we have the same mission. We are centering, we are honoring, and we are giving voice to different creators who want to center and honor our children as well. And so I thank you so much. One last thing. Let's plug your YouTube channel once again. I will plug my website. We always have to do a little bit of promotion there. So go ahead.
Yes. My YouTube channel is called Black Children's Books Read Aloud. Simple as that. If you even plug in Black children's books, I'll populate.
There you go. Thank you so much. And again, I am the CEO and founder of Kidogo.tv. I am going to put that video that we just saw, I'm going to make sure right after this interview, I'm going to put it on Kidogo.tv on our Storytime channel. Thank you so much, Shannon.
Thank you.
Really appreciated talking to you. It's always a pleasure to talk to other creators who have our same heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you.